there is common sense and then there is nonsense. And as much as we may not be experts in certain things, there is a degree of common sense that we have to apply. Sometimes even common sense doesn't make sense. And I can give you all sorts of illustrations of that, but then that'll take me down a whole different path that I don't want to go down. The point is this is when we look at certain things, we create a thesis, we make decisions, and sometimes we don't have all the information. I get all that. But in the power of now what, it really is what? Stepping back and saying to yourself, no, I don't know. I'm not ready to make a decision, or I'm going to make a decision. I really don't know. I'm going to make a decision anyway, based on what I do know, because I feel like I have to, and I'm compelled to make that decision just to keep moving forward. And a little bit of, I don't know, what, crossing your fingers, I guess. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that? Because, we even find ourselves in a situation right now where we have to make a decision. And it's really frustrating. It's kind of a little risky and we have to move forward based on the information that we have. And that is sometimes feeling quite risky, but we still used as much common sense as we possibly could in a situation which is nonsensical. And we still try to apply common sense, and you still have to move forward. So again, I want to keep going back to this power of now what, and can you give me a context or give listeners a context for that, so that we can actually see where this might fit in our lives and in our decision making and even how we look at life.
Well, there's going to be a stage when we have to take action. So when we have to take action, you're either going to take it from a place of being powerful and moving forward, or from being backed into a corner. And I think for me, if I can take one small step in the direction of the best right action, that's all I can do. And then the result will happen, and then I'll get the feedback. I'll either like the result or I won't like the result. That's what usually stops people from making decisions. It's not just fear or fear of the unknown. It's also knowing, what if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong? This is going to affect, or could affect, a lot of people. It could be a lot of money. It could be a huge mistake, even though we had all the information we could to make that decision. But you know what? It's better to make the decision and move forward one small step in the direction of right action. Then you can at least get the feedback that you need, and then get going in a new direction or carry on with that momentum. The hardest thing is to be paralyzed in the inaction. And that's where our heads become our biggest enemy, is our brain, our head, our stories, all the awfulizing and the stories that we tell ourselves about what's going to happen. But the truth is, the results are never that dramatic. They're never as bad as we think they're going to be. I mean, this one that we're entering could be, but we have to make a decision. And I think being grown-ups and being people that have experience and have the ability to move through things, we're going to get to the other side regardless of what the outcome is. But we have to take action. And that indecision and that moving into decision is the power of now what. That is the power of now what. Not just the power of now and then taking all the information, distilling it down, and then still being, paralyzed and not taking any action. The power of now what is taking the reins. It's taking the steering wheel, putting your foot a little bit heavier on the gas, moving yourself forward so that the issue, the situation, or the scenario can move itself forward as well. Because there's that whole line, we have to take action, because until you do, Providence can't step in and help you and give you the tools and show up in the way that you want it to show up. So until one is committed, until one takes action, we don't have all the information we need to make the next step, which is the power of what's next after the now what.